You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? Alright then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you alright. Mark my words.
Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with. Yes, it has been one thing after another recently. Neither myself nor any of the Mondstadt garrison are I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the Lawrence clan having
The Fatui? Again? Oh, but who are the Lawrence clan?
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were none other than the Lawrence.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's descendants are now scheming with the bad guys to carry out more dubious deeds.
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius in the air. We've already considered every possible way of resolving our difference. No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant, but if the investigation were to come up empty, I'm afraid tensions and distrust, all of our past efforts would have been wasted. You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius, but you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position.
Whoa, leave it to Master Jean to come up with such a...
Perhaps such plans have become second nature after all the diplomatic issues I've dealt with. The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found strolling near the northern... It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to his... Thanks again for your help. If you run into any snags along the way...
Huh? Who are you?
Hello! We're here to...
Hello? Did I hear you correctly? Hello? Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here, and given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees.
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so complicated.
In former times, when people knew their place and neglecting your manners would result in... Look at the world now. What did you say? You dare question the dig... I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are... Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. Besides, I am in no way obligated. Now I have more pressing matters to attend to. I'll take my leave.
So this is what Master G meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight! I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble.
Master G tasked us with a special assignment, but things...
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out. You just have to keep at it and never give up. Hey, why don't you let me try to help? What's the problem?
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named Schubert, but it turns out that he's a peculiar...
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time. The Lawrence clan can be very
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is...
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan, my good buddy, Eula.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th company. Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her... In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of her family. However, she's still quite knowledgeable.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master G...
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the Knight. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family. She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up with a way to get along with Schubert. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her.
Thanks, Amber. All right, you heard her.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate.
Who would have guessed the Knights have a member of the Lawrence clan? Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members? The Fatui! What are they doing here? Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here? Let's fight first and talk later!
Crush! Born of ice and frost, for Rex Lapis! Beg for mercy.
Killed you! This was well done! Your fault! Must counterattack!
Shudder! Flood of frost! Rack and ruin!
Stay right there. This isn't good.
don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
What?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. Not only that, you are making quick work of them too. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit. Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but...
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my arch-enemies?
Arch-enemies? Wait a minute! You were saying how glad you were that we were unscathed a second ago!
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort two strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt, which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble. My vengeance would be...
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although at least we can communicate with her.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by norm... Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate... He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now. That's my uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him? I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of...
No! This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to lead to such suspicion.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of Old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to avenge.
But didn't you say it first?
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then will you finally be able to communicate with...
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other... We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me...
Paimon's confused. This girl's all vengeance this and revenge that. Still, Paimon has met bigger weirdos before.
Ah, you finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with...
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't let things go. Don't worry, there's a time and place for exacting vengeance. Besides, I'm not in the mood for any right now.
You need to be in the right mood for vengeance.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if I wanted to begin now, I'd have to start in the right order. Who knows how long it will be before I get to you?
Well, if you have so much to take care of, wouldn't it just be easy?
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless But you needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, a man of moral integrity fears no... If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear the full punishment. I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, there are two key points that aristocrats attach great importance to. Your manner of... Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying conversation, even with mundane...
Oh, Paimon's already learned some unique conversation. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you say not to call others strange? It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, allow me to demonstrate. For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you."
As the morning dew does what now?
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party with whom you're speaking must be of... Morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value. Yet also suggests that friendship between aristocrats is... Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a good friend could...
But didn't you just say my dear friend in your example?
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain friends with whom one is acquainted. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So another thing to remember, however, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberate. This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one another...
Wait! This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be better if you gave some real-life demonstration?
Very well. Come with me. We'll choose some bystanders to converse.
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right?
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a man. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility... What comes next?
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything you're saying.
Hold on. What did they always teach me? Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and dignity always... Got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when...
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just beat it. Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we talk any longer.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Wow, the Lawrence name really does carry a terrible reputation.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find someone else. You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the presence. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility, and... Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until... right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient.
Hey! Stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. Then again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence clan.
Again? What's with this attitude?
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. You there, lowly worker.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. You've got nothing to say. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cause any trouble.
I know she's a Knight of Favonius, and that the Knights wouldn't misplace their... Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still... And if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just to put on an act?
You have a point. But mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here, I may be no match for you, but I'll be sure to lodge a complaint with the Knights of Favonius. I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here, if you don't want things to get more unpleasant...
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any further. Let's go. It's all right. This happens quite often.
Paimon thinks we've seen enough now. Let's just... Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us. We had no idea the feelings between the Lawrence clan and the people of Mondstadt were so bitter.
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Even 3-year-olds know the story. Don't worry. What with me being a Knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to speak a few words with me. Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today. Believe me, it's not a big issue.
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need for them to direct their anger at you personally.
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. Accepting punishment is only fair, right? But when your family has committed atrocities, I'm afraid there's no easy path to reconciliation. As memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of such grievances are passed from one generation to the next. It is now my turn to bear this burden. At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family.
Yeah, why were you so willing to try?
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my vengeance either. Let's leave it at that. Just think of it as something I like to do. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those conversations. It seems we have no other choice.
No need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing gets in our way on an adventure. Right? Right? We'll just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone else.
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. You're already halfway toward mastering a proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. It stems from their taste for... But we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this. Come with me. If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is... But a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward...
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered the realm of... Compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake. This is where you can finally apply...
You look pretty... All right, let's get started. Remember... won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry. Head back to the starting point. It'll be remember. Not bad. A lot better than I had anticipated, at least.
Paimon almost didn't make it through. Whew. Good thing we didn't get stuck. So, are we aristocrats now?
Don't flatter yourselves. We've only just... This scenario was relatively simple. In the face of a real battle, one would seldom have a chance to stop and evaluate the situation. There's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract nearby. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions, and my family set only the highest expectations for me. Let's proceed, shall we? This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly.
Written in the stars!
Crush! You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again. Eye for an eye!
Verdict is...
Blaze over! Flood of frost! Rack and ruin! Well done. Your performance was most impressive. And you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragonspine surroundings. Given such an outstanding performance, it seems there is little...
Like Paimon said, adventuring is our specialty. So, that's it for our training, right? Then let's get out of...
Hold on. I was commending the Traveler's performance just now. You, on the other hand, seem to have...
What? You mean Paimon was also part of the training?
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Yeah, that's it. It's too cold here.
Whatever the reason, not heeding my instructions. Now, drink this.
Huh? What is it? Are you trying to
Certainly not. It's warm milk. Didn't you just say that you were freezing? Drink it and it'll help warm you up.
Oh, thank you.
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a Paimon popsicle, that would ruin... So, dear friend, don't die on me out.
Paimon knew something was off.
All in the name of vengeance. No need. Now then, given that your training is complete, it's time we return to I already have something in mind. Let's pay Sarah a visit at Good Hunter. Visibility is excellent. If we head to higher ground, we can do a full recon of enemy activity in the area.
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary knight.
We meet again, Amber. Seems we're just bound to run into you these days.
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But now that you're here, why don't we—
Very well. It's been some time since we've last shared a meal together. Come, take a seat. We can discuss my uncle's gift while we eat.
Yes? Is there something else you'd like to order?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut?
Coming right up. It'll take some time to prepare. I'll have it here at the counter when—
Hold on a moment. Is this—
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw in a salad on the house.
So, we clearly didn't order this, yet you prepared it without authorization.
You're gonna take revenge on her for giving us a free salad?
You should know me by now. That's the kind of— Well then, please wait a moment while I get the dish for your uncle started.
Delicious unauthorized delicacies.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut as a gift for your uncle?
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my uncle would know about the dish. The old aristocrat—
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it—
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood— Of course not. It's hard to find someone in
It's fine when you're just joking between us, but I'm afraid our honor— Eula's always talking about vengeance, but that's just how she is. It's nothing you should take too seriously.
But I am serious, and I'll remember every transgression committed against me.
Paimon's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good person. There's no need to be so awkward when you want to say something nice.
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social—
Well, no?
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. All right, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding. Come on, let's eat. The food is getting cold.
Oh, I'm stuffed. I'll see Sarah about the bill.
No need. I've left the Mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. Sarah won't get the All right. Next, you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a small—
Aren't you coming with us, Eula?
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for— yes. Please do remember to pick up the dish from Sarah.
I still have more recon to do in the wilderness. Well, until—
Let's meet again. What an interest—
Here, the gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut is ready to go. And by the way, don't worry too much when Eula's—
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of Eula when she was trying to speak with the others in Mon, but she seemed to get along fine with you and Amber just now. What's up?
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone bearing the— They are unable to see past her family. Therefore, they don't actually— So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips the meaning of anything she tries to—
How come you're able to see Eula different?
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused quite an up. Many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their decision. At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the—
Oh!
That's right. So you can imagine how determined Eula must have been under such— But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, in the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonius. And in the eyes of the Lawrence clan, she's a disgrace to her family. But she simply fulfills her duty as a knight, silently helping people like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. I believe a day will come when things...
Once everything's settled, we should go talk to Eula again. Paimon thinks we know how to communicate with her now.
I'm glad. I think that would make... Take care. Please come again.
I guess I'll post an expedition.
Seems to be pretty tattered, but there's a really... Could this be another aristocrat?
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid myself. Magnanimous. Very well. I'm certainly not one to be narrow-minded. I'll overlook your
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of...
Ah, a kindred spirit, I see. Yes, impressive. My intentions were to
Oh, so he was testing us.
Your conduct is satisfactory. I must say, if I may ask, from whence did you learn such a civilized manner of Ah, good. Very good. You are bright.
By the way, we brought a gift. Paimon means...
Could this... It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. As a young person, it's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty... I beg your pardon. What I mean to say is, since it's nearly meal... Ah, yes. This...
Now even Paimon's starting to wonder what it...
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must certainly imply that you... wait, so you've come to know of this, too? It was... Well, considering your meticulous etiquette... Please, come with me. We happen to be in need of to see some... friends from...
So he trusts us solely based on your...
Well then, let's get going, shall we? You'll understand...
Do you think his friends are the Fatui? Things will get sticky if the Fatui happen to recognize you. What should we do?
More speed. Access denied. Shudder.
Huh? Why have you put on a mask all of a sudden? Even if they are powerful, our status is much higher than theirs in the land of Mondstadt. And therefore we shouldn't allow them to admire our true faces so easily. I see.
Good thinking. Paimon thought for sure they'd recognize us.
Let's proceed, shall we? I'll introduce you as my guest. As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and does not suit the tastes of the nobility, we simply have to make do for now.
Sorry, can we walk any faster?
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps. Moving hurriedly is unacceptable.
As expected, it's the Fatui!
As expected. Huh. Nothing more than foreign ruffians with power and the ability to flaunt it. But they are favorable business partners.
Hold it right there! Who's this?
If you really must know, they're my guests. If you happen to...
But this matter is of utmost secrecy. We must exercise caution.
You dare question the ways of a nobleman?
No need to sound all high and mighty like that. Fine. You may proceed.
Continue with us. They don't dare to question you.
Of course. That is the benefit of prestige. In past times, it would be a dire offense to speak to a nobleman in such a manner. We could determine a person's fate with the blink of an eye. Huh. And such glory will return to me again before long.
Where have I seen this person before? And who, may I ask, is this? We mustn't bring just anyone in here.
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are completely trustworthy. You have the word of the Lawrence clan.
Our plans are strictly confidential. It's not wise to bring in an outsider at this time. Furthermore, there's been word that an outlander who joined the...
Don't be ridiculous. Besides, my guest is well versed in the Knights of Favonius. Pay no
And what about this thing?
You mean Paimon?
Enough! You dare question my word? Need I remind you who it is? Without the support of the Lawrence clan, you must immediately offer your sincerest apologies to my friend.
Fine. I'll take your word and make no further inquiries. Now, to the matter at hand. Did you bring the diagram of Mondstadt's defenses as promised?
Oh, so that's what's going on here.
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Let me see. Why?
Excuse me? I'll have you know that I went to great lengths to care. That shape is the symbol of the...
I see. Crude, but...
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what we agreed upon. The flag of the rights to that building, as well as...
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. There's no use haggling over the... We will make good use of the intel you provide.
Don't worry, this matter is over. Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke their pathetic rule over Mondstadt. Then, the city and all its people will once again be under the... Perfect. Just as it once was, and just as it should be.
May I remind you once again that we mustn't...
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
That's right! It's the Honorary Knight and their trusty companion, Paimon!
So this was all just a ploy
It's your own fault! Who would put so much trust...
After so much planning, this is how it ends? Huh? We'll see about that!
Just as I expected. I knew I should have never trusted the... No matter. We already have the intel we need.
They're running off in different directions. Paimon remembers that this place is a dead end. Let's take care of the Fatui first and then deal with Schubert later.
Is that all you got?
All hail!
I will pin you to a killjoy! We've only just begun! Looks like I slipped out too far.
Door is open! Let's go! Is that Eula?
Don't touch me! Get out of my way! I'll leave on my...
It seems we finally caught up with you. This place is crawling with Fatui. Oh, it's you. It seems your investigation went well.
Aha! I see now. So you're the one that taught them our etiquette. And I thought you Furthermore, there is a rule in our family. Such traditions are never to be taught to...
Ah, yes. Rings a bell. So what? I had no reason not to teach them.
You have brought shame to our family and ruined my plans. It's all for naught now.
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you are well aware that it was not the right...
Knight of Favonius? Let's get one. You still have a chance. Defeat every Knight of Favonius here, and then I shall plead with the family to spare you, and...
So just to be clear, you...
I shall say this one last time. The blood of the Lawrence clan flows in your veins. You must comply with the will of the family.
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the family?
Why, you unruly maid!
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. As a member of the Lawrence clan, you knowingly plotted against the city of Mondstadt. Had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make trying to keep the plans...
You dare lecture me?
That's right. In the name of the family that you so dearly revere, Uncle Schubert. I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. And I've never understood our family's incessant pursuit of it. But I am capable of discerning right from wrong. And I deeply understand what freedom... The Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you've dreamed it to be.
Oh, the disgrace of it all! How could such a rebellious monster emerge from our own...
Things are starting to get pretty hysterical here. Politeness and out...
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. The Honorary Knight and I have... Given that you've already taken action, I assume...
Paimon took a peek at their diagram. Your uncle had mapped out all...
And there was me thinking that he was just another elder of the... Let's discuss this later. Our first priority is recovering that diagram. Beg for mercy. Eye for an eye.
I must collect myself. Quiet.
Yeah.
I must counterattack.
Shudder. Flood of frost. I condemn you. Yeah.
The loneliness of death.
Crush. For Rex Lapis. Access denied. Fate is upon you.
Be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Retribution!
Let's move.
Beg for mercy. Shudder. More speed. Rack and ruin.
This is trouble.
Born of ice.
Finally, some quiet.
Shadows of fate.
Go on, give me some this quickly.
Vengeance will be mine.
I will end
All hail.
I slipped up.
Crush.
Retribution!
No slacking off.
Shudder.
Isn't time for a break yet.
I condemn you. More speed.
This
Burn!
my duty.
Beg for mercy. Crush. Eye for an eye.
The loneliness of death.
Shudder.
That's where they put the diagram!
Kept us here, huh? I guess there's no other option but to fight.
Verdict is...
You dare provoke me! Fatui, come forth and dispose of them!
Beg for mercy. Rack and ruin! Crush!
Who's this? Thirst, no escape!
Beg for mercy. Vengeance will be mine.
Counterattack!
Crush! This must be it. They may very well have already made a copy of it, but without my uncle as their puppet, there'd be no use in them attacking this.
The Fatui wouldn't have relied only on your uncle.
True. But if their plan had hinged purely on taking Mondstadt by force, the Fatui are dishonest, but they wouldn't go as far as to start an open... Anyway, I'll inform the acting Grandmaster. She'll know how to handle things from here.
Oh yeah! You suddenly appeared at just the right moment.
Yeah, about that. Because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui I'd been tracking earlier. I came to exact my vengeance.
Finally, after all this time, Paimon in reality, you sensed that you were worried about us and your...
My purpose was vengeance. Don't twist the story. You don't look too bright, but it turns out you have a knack for scheming. And mark my words, I'll remember that.
Hey, what do you mean Paimon doesn't look too...
You have seeded a deep enmity between us. Even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never forget you.
Bring it on!
I like your fighting spirit. I'll take this diagram.
Sure. Well...
That you will. And make sure not to steal my targets next time.
What?